Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, TayNinhTV Provincial Steering Committee for Mass Mobilization concluded its activity in 2022 on March 2023. Colonel Nguyễn Công Anh, Deputy Political Director of the 7th Military Region Command, and Mr. Trương Nhật Quang, head of the Steering Committee for the implementation of grassroots democracy, regulation, and mass mobilization activities in the province, attended the meeting. Locality mobilized human resources means in 2022 with 192,565 working days and 920 motor vehicle rotation, 200 and store value more than 28 billion Vietnam dong. Coordination between OC department branches, the Fatherland Branch, political organization, and armed forces units build and repair 120 retirement house, raise solidarity house, worth 8 billion Vietnam dong. Upgraded rural road worth more than 94 km, budgets and clear 867 km, renew 5.8 km worth more than 2.3 billion Vietnam dong. Ratchet irrigation canals worth more than 67 km, rural road line worth 36 km worth 744 million Vietnam dong, generating a green, lean and attractive environment, assisting people in harvesting work, eliminating hunger, reducing poverty, developing the country, cultures, and society, and many other practical duties. The conference presented to emulation plan to the steering committee for the implementation of the regulation on democracy at the grassroots level and mass mobilization of the 174 regiment of the Provincial Military Command and Surakhmon, Humanities District, as well as 75 certificates of merit from the Provincial People Committee to collective and individuals for outstanding achievements in mass mobilization and root democracy promotion. In the afternoon of March 6, 2023, the Mid-District Confederation of Labor, in partnership with the district women unions, hosted a symposium on enhancing the value of women in the new era, on the occasion of the International Women's Day.
Master of Psychology Nguyễn Thị Mỹ Tâm said the topic, Enhancing the Value of Women in the New Era, with the content of some characteristics of Vietnamese women, factors for women to adapt to the development in the new era, the role of trade unions in raising the value of women in the new era, and the message that Vietnamese women in the new era must be knowledgeable, ethical, healthy, and responsible for the family, society, and country. This is an opportunity for women to reflect on the historical tradition of Vietnamese women throughout the periods, affirming the importance of women participating in social life activities while implementing party guidelines, state policies and laws, and actively responding to patriotic emulation movement.
On March 6, Goya District Steering Committee for the Execution of the Grassroots Democracy Regulation and Mass Mobilization were examined the intersectoral cooperation in civil mobilization work in 2022. Ms. Phan Thị Thủy Young, head of the Women's Union of TayNinhTV Province, were present. Brutal praise of Chore's operation to carry out mass mobilization work, commemorates in the district patches and near 156 roads over 110 km long, valued at nearly 286 million Vietnam dong, with nearly 23,600 working days on the route. Ditching, upgrading, and repairing 28 rural roads with a length of nearly 29 km, valued at 1.6 billion Vietnam dong, and converting 16 roads 3 km long, valued at nearly 2 billion Vietnam dong. The inter-district has rally sponsors and people to contrast 28 residents worth more than 2 billion Vietnam dong. Medical examination and treatments were organized as well as free medication and give totally more than 1 billion Vietnam dong. On this occasion, Goya District People Committee recognized 5 collective and 5 individuals for their exceptional popular mobilization efforts in 2022. Turn to other news. The District People Committee hosted a ceremony on March 6 to receive a certificate of appreciation for Tân Hoa Secondary School in the Yao District, attaining the Level 1 national standard in 2022.
Tân Hoa Secondary School was founded in 2000 and amalgamated with Bương Bàng Secondary School from 2000 to 2020. Tân Hoa Secondary School has been solidly built to date, has a full range of function rooms and equipment and tools to meet operational needs, and where implements educational socialization standards such as informatics, foreign languages, practice rooms for physics, chemistry, biology, music, and so on. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Phước, Deputy Director of the Department of Education and Training, presented Tân Hoa Secondary School with the decision and certificate of recognition for meeting the Level 1 national standard in 2022, while praising Tân Hoa Secondary School achievements over the years and wishing all staff, teachers, and students of the school to strive harder to maintain the title of National Standard School in the coming years.
On March 6, 2023, the District Fundraising Committee for the Poor, in partnership with the People Committee of Tân Bình Commune, Tân Bình District, started the handover of solidarity houses to poor households experiencing housing issue. Mr. TayNinhTV households, born in 1958, is a household with extremely difficult housing circumstances, currently residing in Tân Bình Hamlet, Tân Bình Commune, Tân Bình District, Tân Bình Province, with an area of 40 square meters. Ceramic tile floor, masonry wall, and torn roof, and the house is valued at 80 million Vietnam dong. The building is funded by the Bronze Fund for the Poor Mobilization Committee, which provides 50 million Vietnam dong from donation, with the remaining 30 million Vietnam dong coming from Tân Bình District Fund for the Poor.
The ceremony of Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara will be conducted in the spiritual complex of Baden Mountain on March 10 and 11, on February 19 and 20 of the lunar calendar, with several highlighted rites and events. As a result, the inauguration ceremony of Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara will take place at the pagoda beginning at 13:30 on February 19 of the lunar calendar, presided over by Most Venerable TayNinhTV, Chairman of the Buddhist Governing Council of Taynan Province, about Arpa Temple. On the same day, in the afternoon, there will be a procession from the pagoda to the Great Buddha statue Table Darshan, as well as a Dharma lecture program with the topic Peace of Mind, Peace Wherever You Gaze, at the summit of Baden Mountain. TayNinhTV, a Zen teacher, presided over the ceremony. After the Dharma talk program, a night of flowers to commemorate the birth of Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara will be conducted solemnly in Table Darshan Great Buddha Plaza. On the nights of February 19 and 20 of the lunar calendar, accompanied by hundreds of Buddhists and visitors, considered a sacred region, Baden Mountain is a pilgrimage destination that attracts millions of travelers every year to pray. Arriving in Taynin, going to Baden Mountain, and participating in the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara ceremony is considered a pilgrimage to the sacred land, to immerse in the pure nature of Baden Mountain, to feel the spirit of heaven and earth radiate, to observe peace in the mind, and to admire the great spiritual works.
Ladies and gentlemen, defining propaganda is one of the important contents in order to influence ideology and change the behavior and awareness of members and women. The province directs the association at all levels to promote propaganda and mobilize cadres, members, and women to strictly adhere to the party guidelines and line, policy, and laws of the state. Root special emulation session to set up achievement to welcome the 13 Congress of the Vietnamese Women Congress. It has steadily transferred member and women's knowledge and conduct propaganda studies, specifically targeting women who have strongly returned to the community in order to reiterate. In 2022, the Bronze Women Union organized communication on prostitution, prevention, and combat in favor of women participating in denouncing crimes in Go Dâu, Châu Thành, Ra Ma Thao, Hoa Thành, and Tân City, in collaboration with the Criminal Police Department of the Bronze Public Security. Mr. TayNinhTV recently resided in Hoa Thành Thao was for long her work. She was involved in the illicit prostitution Some years ago, owing to a lack of legal understanding, she was sentenced to 4 years in prison. She returned to the neighborhood after completing her jail sentence, and Celia eluded existence without a permanent career, plagued by remorse over her action.
The woman helped me get a loan to do business and purchasing. I also messaged the sister who had gone the same way as me to come back and try to do business as well.
You should know that Hotan Town has about 20 women who mistakenly return to rentally into the community, but very few women participate in associations such as the local women union for various reasons, even though there are many ways to reach and support.
We check with women really needed loans with difficult circumstances to support. The results were supported 5 people, aged 5 million Vietnam dong, to do business, raise livestock to stabilize their life. About the difficulty in implementing the program, some women have not been able to join the association because they are busy with work.
And Miss Lê Thị Châu Phà, born in 1983, now resides in Bến Cờ Hamlet in the Commune, Châu Thành District, since she succumbed to an acquaintance seduction and traveled into China to marry. When she realized that living in the distant nation was not what she had hoped, Miss Phà returned to Vietnam, feeling bad about her neighbors. Miss Phà refused to interact with anyone. Miss Phà refused to interact with anyone. The Ninh Commune and Châu Thành District Women Union approached her and supported her in spirit and life, and she was granted loans for renting, breeding, and building dwelling. Her and her children's lives have steadily improved since then.
Which helped me a lot. My life is well today. Despite I also still have a little of difficulty, I have some suggestions for women who wish to travel someplace. Nevertheless, we must ask advice carefully.
Miss Phà currently works for a firm in the freedom industrial zone and brought additional work at home with a solid income that follows her daughter to attend school and to orphan run kids. In recent years, the Warsaw Police Force has collaborated with the Warsaw Women Union to design and implement propaganda, education, and orientation to the target population on legal regulation, criminal techniques, and trickery. To photograph the people who rent away into society in order to ensure that women who have made mistakes do not continue to commit crimes, that their salaries are recovered, and that they have a new life. See the core for in the locality. In our locality, we also have women union at the commune levels. So in order to be able to deploy extensively to its target audience and its specific area, then I think it is advisable to train the police force, the various women union. When this force has enough knowledge, it can be deployed to its sphere if women are able to return to their job and reintegrate into society. If women are able to return their ways and reintegrate into the community. The organization assists 15 women in obtaining a startup financing in the sum of roughly 300 million Vietnam dong. Simultaneously, the association realized sponsors to have fundraising for 43 sisters, as well as have insurance card for poor women.
Our greatest challenge is the psychological barrier. Women returning to the community are frequently frightened to meet with union leaders and mass groups. We also have to go through many stages before we can meet, especially today that the money to assist women is still restricted. The capital for women to establish a business requires a significant capital of 3 to 50 million Vietnam dong, which is not possible for the existing organization.
Đối với tổ chức hội thì hiện nay chúng tôi cũng chưa có khả năng.
In the future, in order to assist women in reintegrating in the community and removing feeling of guilt and inferiority, association Association at all levels will approach and be closer to women so that women can see that community and locality are always ready to help support and create conditions for women to integrate it into the community in the best way possible. Simultaneously, the association will work with banks and to establish competence for women to help fund to touch the business, as well as rotation and business to help stabilize their life. The association will, in particular, collaborate with the labor, invalid, and social welfare sector to provide vocational training so that women may earn a solid income from the trained profession. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.